back with more Fear the Walking Dead. This is episode 6 of season 6. Very excited to see what's going to happen next as we continue to dive into this season, get a bit further in. Yeah, loving this season so far. I think it's been phenomenal. Every single episode's been great. Liking all the different focus on all the characters and the whole end is the beginning plot line, the whole thing with the key, what that's all about. Really interesting stuff, and hopefully we're going to see even more people we haven't seen yet, because I think it would be a bit unfair to go at least like half a season we still haven't seen people. Who's still missing in action? I think we have Sarah and Wendell, we have Luciana, I know Wes is in the season at some point, and yeah, but alongside that, you know, I want them to continue some other storylines, but they do seem to be going for the classic Walking Dead approach of, you know, a few characters being focused on in every episode as opposed to every episode cramming all of them in, which can work for better or worse. But if your favourite character, you know, is Alicia, for example, you've seen her in one episode this season, which isn't ideal, but she's also in a very good episode, and other characters need their chance to shine, but this is what happens when you have a cast this big, I guess. But either way, I'm still no really complaint, like, for me, because I still think they're doing a great job at this season so far, and I can't wait to see where they're going to take things next. And whatever they focus on next, whoever it may be, I think is sure to be another great episode if the first 5 have been anything to go by. So yeah, really excited for more. Let's get into the next one. And also, what the hell is this episode title about? Like, Jesus Christ, who the hell is Jasper? Nice, well done.
You know, when I was a girl, I once saw a bullfrog that looked kind of like that poor fellow.
How many times are we going to get the when I was a boy, when I was a girl stories? We don't give a shit.
We found a lot of these.
Ah.
All over these here woods. How long you been working these woods for the mill?
Almost a year now.
That's right. Since, what was his name?
Jasper.
Since Jasper lost his leg.
Aha.
Bury that round here.
Jasper of the leg fame.
You're scared.
Do I look scared?
Yes.
Yeah. You do.
That is the face of internal screaming.
What are you doing? No, you don't want to do that!
Well, damn.
And bury her next to Jasper's leg.
Well, not every day we get a title reference that early.
Take this back.
Yeah, Sarah.
It's definitely infected. It's gonna come out. Yeah. What? Your appendix has got to come out. Have you ever done this before?
Surprise.
Nothing to worry about. Everything's gonna be fine. You ready? Stable. Let's do it.
They just stab him in the head. Nothing we can do. Oh dear.
It's not your fault. It's over. We weren't here when we could have helped. Come on, Malcolm.
You've got a lot of places to be. You're pretty essential. Oh! Jesus, that was quick, Malcolm. Well done. I mean, I did joke that they were going to stab him in the head. I just didn't think, you know. Could have gone better. However, he didn't know about it. Malcolm and gone.
Do you win? Wherever you are.
Aww.
You ever think about asking Freckles to build you a hospital?
Freckles.
I told him it was gonna be okay. Then I lost him.
Bit careless. Where did he go?
You might have to hoof it last 10 or 15 miles.
We can just leave.
Why not?
Because the last time a guy on this show asked his wife to run away with him, it ended up so well.
I can't stay here. I just have a feeling if I do, I'm not gonna last long.
He can't live with the guilt over what happened.
I'm sorry. Will you come with me?
I mean, even if she says yes, I don't think it's going to go to plan, is it?
Lucy, what happened?
It was an accident. It's bad.
I must say, I think the best character development on this entire show is that the walkies work this season.
Where are the wheels?
Hey! There she is. Let's hope they actually remember she's in the show this season, eh?
Safe in there? There are open flames near the tent. We need to get them out.
So no.
You start questioning the folks out here. Right, you're coming in with me. John, why are you going up above?
Is this whole thing a sabotage?
Down on us.
And then I'm gonna come out, and we're gonna go away together.
Uh-oh. I hate it when characters say shit like that. Yeah.
Anyone know who our resident philosopher is?
Ah, was it those guys?
Down west.
Oh.
I need pressure bandages.
I'm on my way.
Oh dear. Oh.
What's going on up there? We got a strange visitor down here.
Fence is intact. No path coming from up on.
Well.
Right, she doesn't know anything and she ain't doing so hot. Some dogs you gotta know when to put out the pasture, June.
Jesus.
Hold her up. But I need you to do your best to stay still. Can you do that? June.
Apparently not.
Show him what we found in his bunk.
The guy painted trees. We can't blame him for it. We can judge him for it, but we can't blame him for it. Someone doesn't like the arts, does she?
He dead? That's true. Come on, Wes. Come on, Wes. Come on. Come on.
You bitch.
I don't believe you. Come on. Damn it, June. God damn it. What the hell was that? But I am not letting him out of my sight till he answers every question I have. Is that clear?
I hope she drowns in gasoline.
But we have to go. I got this.
Well, shit. Oh my god, someone is playing quite the game. On the plus side, less patients to tend to now. Oh, no, no, no. Wow. She dead? It's a shame. Oh! It's better! Yes, 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 yes! We'll treat you, Ginny, but you just need to answer a few fucking questions. Oh, she's gonna get June to cut it off. Don't do it, June. Just let her bleed.
You can do it, right? With that? I'm not going to.
Yeah!
Give me the axe, June.
Okay.
Give me the axe.
Cut off her arm. Try and do it then, bitch.
Some dogs you just gotta know when to put out to pasture.
Wings sterile? What the hell do you think I'm trying to do, June?
It's done, June.
Torture people. Let them die.
You may want to squeeze. There's one thing I beg of you.
She's gonna bring her sister into it, isn't she?
Dakota,
Yeah. You
my sister.
don't give a shit about her.
I need you to make sure she's alright.
You boss her around all the time.
She gets taken care
Look
of.
after my sister for me.
Everything else, I wanted her to be safe.
Yeah, yeah. Chop off her head.
I wanted. I did.
Maybe you should have shown her that then. Hey.
You have no idea what it's like to care so much about somebody and not be able to help them.
Are you fucking serious? You are not helping your case.
What are you doing? Don't make me regret this.
Oh, for God's sake. You're never going to have an opportunity that good ever again, are you?
Don't move.
She just wakes up and June's there holding her hand like, hello! Through a beam of light comes our angel John Dory. I mean, I know it's kind of a disaster for them, but it looks really cool.
You need to rest. We'll tell her whatever you want.
No, I just need to hear her voice.
Oh, is this her change of heart redemption, is it?
Dakota,
I nearly died. I love you so much, sister, that I've been really mean to and not letting her live her own life.
Can't say the same for Captain Hook.
Too soon.
Oh my god.
She's all
Oh, I love Sarah so much.
why I made Ginny give me another Marine. Or at least somebody who should have been one.
She get Wendell here.
Y'all got some room in that thing for me?
Oh,
When?
oh my god. Oh, whew, shit. Damn.
We split off.
Oh no, he's gonna want to go over now. She's got the hospital.
And then we just keep going.
So the hospital is happening. You'll follow behind us, no?
Of course.
Oh no. It's been a long day without you, my friend. Oh my god, I made a Fast and Furious joke in the last episode and wow, here we go again. Okay, another really good episode. Very tight and focused on a certain few characters again, but we did see a few people that we hadn't seen yet this season, so that was all very well and good. Catching up on what a lot of people have been doing now. I feel like everyone's accounted for except for Grace now, and I'm desperate to see Grace again, so hopefully the next one. I feel like the next one's the last one for a while, because obviously COVID delayed a lot of filming and stuff, so I feel like there's a break after the next episode, so hopefully she's in the next one, because otherwise that's so long without Grace showing up. But yeah, also no Morgan in this episode, which I think is a first for this season. So definitely a very kind of self-contained thing in a way, but it did advance a lot of stories, particularly for John and June, and John's little sneak away at the end there. There you go. Oh man, they like splitting those two up, don't they? We're getting back together for like 5 minutes at the end of an episode, and now they're apart again. Pain. Here we go. But yeah, really great episode. Catching up with a few different people who we saw Luciana again for the first time this season. Didn't get a lot to do. She got to spit out some exposition, state her concerns about Ginny agreeing to build the hospital, but other characters also had the same concerns. And that was that. So hopefully she'll get a bit more of a chunky role later on in the season, because all this time, and yeah. But still, it was nice to see her, because I do like Luciana a lot. And it is cool that she still seems to be maintaining some sort of authority and, you know, all that kind of business with the gasoline and everything. Which most of it seems to have gone now, which is a bit of a shame. But this was a big episode, I think, for Ginny taking a lot of hits. Even in the opening sequence with that woman, and clearly there's other Enders the Beginning groups really getting to Ginny. She's kind of threatened by them. Then she's lost, you know, this big resource and a lot of her gasoline being just absolutely wasted then, sabotaged by that said same group. And now she's lost her hand, so she can't be ordering as many people around by going, you go over there, you go over there. And I don't know which hand she lost. I think it was her right hand, I think. So if she's right-handed, that's going to be a bit of an issue for her as well, in terms of like firing weapons. She's going to have to relearn all of that. So I think this was a big thing of putting Night Ginny as a big disadvantage, which I quite like as like the big villain of the season, I would say, and the tail end of last season as well. The fact that you normally just have the villain get more and more powerful, and you know it's all going well for them, and then at the very last minute the heroes of the day can turn it around. But to see her go through a lot of kind of personal loss and professional loss, I guess, in this episode was really interesting. The fact she's still going to be around, and probably a shift in the dynamic between her and June now. They seem to have a new understanding. I don't know if I'm going to buy into Ginny's, like, obviously she had like a near-death experience, then maybe that's going to change how she treats Dakota and everything, and if that's the case, cool. But I still feel like she's going to run her operations pretty much the same way. But I'm really happily surprised, because I would be all for some character development for her, because, you know, she really has been unwavering in her ways, and we really saw the brutality of that in this episode, where she was just letting people die left, right and centre. The way she was like torturing Wes for information that he probably didn't even have. Like, the guy just wanted to paint some trees. Like, calm down, Ginny. And maybe we should be punishing the tree painting storyline for sure, but not like that, come on. That was a bit much, but obviously they wanted to show that extreme so we could buy into June's kind of decision initially to not help her, and then of course she played the "oh, I have a little sister" card. Like, you're horrible to your little sister. But it worked, and I think a big reason was, you know, June wanted to spend more time with her husband and kind of save his soul, and also save more people by having like an actual foundation in a hospital, so she doesn't have to do, like she said, too little too late, just running about. And I liked the pairing of her and Sarah actually going around doing that, and more often than not it seems they can't save people because they just don't get there in time and they don't have the resources and everything. So it makes sense that they would have like hospital. I would have thought Jeannie would be all for that kind of thing. She wants to build that this big sense of community and stuff, but it would be a whole separate facility, I guess, and she doesn't have enough time to control all of that. She wants to be in control of everything, but now her hand, her hand's been forced. That's probably in poor taste, but there you go. Oh dear, I made myself laugh. Anyway, it's cool that June now has this hospital. She kind of has a bit more of a purpose, but that does mean she's gone back on her, you know, arrangement with John to run away. And that led to him being like, well, peace out, see ya. Which is not going to go down well with her, but we'll see what happens there. I feel like maybe John's going to go off now and run into Morgan and that whole community, kind of join them. That's how he's going to get tied into that whole story, maybe. I think that would make a lot of sense if that's how they're going to do that. Maybe that's where he's going to go, but I liked the kind of Fast and Furious ending there as they kind of parted ways, and June doesn't even know that yet, so that's going to hit her like a sack of shit. But I can see, you know, after the events of episode 4 with John, you know, this place has really gotten to him. He feels like he's not going to last long if he stays around, and unfortunately he had to go, even if that's, you know, going to be a huge impact on his relationship with June. Like, he just got her back and now he's chosen to lose her again, which is quite a big deal, and just shows how much, you know, John's kind of not in a good place right now and needs to kind of get away from it all. So I can kind of understand John's decision at the end there, but it is still very sad. And we'll see how they explore that a bit more. And I am intrigued to see if Ginny is going to be really changed by this experience, because if not, then I'm just like, oh, come on, I'm just ready for her to go. But this could be a big turning point for the character, so I will be very intrigued to see a bit more of her. And yeah, to catch up with Wes as well. I mean, again, he just spent the episode in pain, basically, but I think he's going to be alright, which is cool. Good for Wes. Well done, Wes. And yeah, he's out and about doing his bit. We'll see what role he may play in things. I guess, you know, the core 4 there, and then Wendell being brought in. They're all going to run the hospital together, which could be cool to see them in different positions like that, and it could give them something to do if we had like a big episode, maybe just set entirely in the hospital, maybe at some point this season would be interesting, and a way of highlighting these other characters that we haven't really seen yet. And if they have a hospital, Grace can go to said hospital to have a baby. So that's how she can come into it as well and get a bit of screen time, which I'm dying for. So yeah, cool to see him as well. And then yeah, Sarah and Wendell, I love them so much. I see some, you know, I do get a few comments of people who can't stand them, and I'm just like, wow. Like, I just think there's such necessary comic relief, and they have such a sweet, loving bond between them. Like, that reunion scene with them, how brief it was. I love that June kind of orchestrated that as well, to kind of reunite them, because obviously Sarah was really missing her brother. So that was really nice of her, but the whole reunion match I thought was just so well acted and beautifully done. Really got me emotional and teary there, so they have the capacity to be really funny. I loved her Captain Hook line, but there's a lot of kind of heart, I think, to those characters, and some really emotional kind of resonance to them as well. So they, you know, they're characters that can do both, and I really appreciate what they bring to the show a lot, and I would like to see them get a lot more prominence. But it was cool to see Sarah kind of learning the ropes, helping June out whenever she can, holding the textbooks, you know, still driving the truck, which she does best. And now Wendell's back on the scene. It was a really nice reunion for those two, and very happy to see them again, because they've been absolute stars, I think, of Fear since we kind of went in a new direction from season 4 onwards. They've definitely been some of my favourite new additions, so I'm very happy to see a bit more of them, to see them reunited in this way. And yeah, if those two are going to be helping out in hospital, nothing's going to stop them, and I'm here for it. So yeah, it was cool to see a bit of them as well and their reunion. And overall, just another really solid episode. I will say, I don't think this is necessarily one of my absolute favourites. I did like the potential development for Ginny a bit more of the end is the beginning group and what they're trying to do, what they're capable of, and everything that disaster I thought was actually a really cool idea for an episode, and that kind of the gas thing all going horribly wrong. To see like Luciana, Wes, Sarah and Wendell again, it was nice to catch up with them. The June and John dilemma, John's decision at the end, I enjoyed that. The June and Sarah pairing, seeing her kind of frustrations and getting what she wanted, and all those scenes with her and Ginny, the tension behind is she going to help her or not, I really enjoyed. I would have probably let her die, let's be honest, but you can see June's so desperate to save people, she's going to ultimately, I guess, take that chance to save someone, even if it's someone she'd rather not save, but that's kind of who June is, I guess. That's kind of the whole point of her motivations in this episode. So yeah, we're getting a hospital, it would seem, and I don't know what that's gonna, is that gonna tie into like Morgan's community that he's building? Maybe it could be like their local hospital, deciding on where they put it. Maybe they decide to put it in Morgan's new settlement, like near there, maybe halfway between the two things, so that Virginia doesn't find them, or maybe they find a way to get rid of Virginia and all that, and they just have this hospital nearby with like Morgan's new place, which would be really cool. So I'm just trying to think of ways to get everyone back together, because we've like seen basically everyone now at this point. I want to get them all back together and see where they go there. But yeah, really good episode overall. I did enjoy it a lot. Great to see a lot of these characters again. Interesting stuff for Ginny as well. Hopefully her character's going to be one to watch going forward, and a bit of development there. And yeah, another great episode, season 6, killing it as always. Look forward to more, and the next episode, which I believe is going to be the last for a little bit, but hopefully it kind of rounds off this first half of the season in a really amazing way, because this season's been amazing. So yeah, awesome episode, and until my next reaction, thanks for watching.